Working. Man, I need to cut my hair. I want my mohawk back, man. I want my mohawk back. I want my mohawk back. Gotta get my mohawk back. Gonna cut my hair this afternoon. Is my sound working? Man, I need to cut my hair. Alright, we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay, cool. Well, behold my hair that I need to cut. Or, finally, I have gotten my hands on the upgrades for House Delaque and House Orlock for Necromunda. These were a bitch to get a hold of and took a really long fucking time. Like straight up, these took way too long, GW, to get a hold of these. It's ridiculous. So when these first came out, they only set one set to each store. So if you hadn't pre-ordered, well, then you just don't get it, basically. This is like kind of fun stuff for me, right? Like I prefer, if I have a choice to, not to pre-order like models and toys and stuff, because it's a lot more fun to walk into the store and just sort of pick it up. So when the store doesn't have enough to keep it on the shelves, that kind of kills that. So I ran around a little crazy that weekend trying to find one of these at one of the stores on Island for when this last came out, and could not get a hold of one anywhere. For whatever reason, everybody really liked these sets. So, because of that, took a while, but they're finally back in stock, which is really nice. Super, super cool. So we've got a set of the Orlock upgrade weapons and a set of the delaque upgrade like characters or gangers. So we'll be checking those out today. So let's start with the gangers first. So these guys are $42, and for that you technically get 5 minis. I know that seems like horrible math, right? You do end up getting some like worms that they can deploy, and the big squiddy thing here on the right is actually pretty big. But the way this runner works is really, really weird, and I'll show that off when we open it up. But check it out here in the back. You can see we've got our squiddy, we've got the weird like psychic baby, and we've got some cyber ninjas and a person with a stake there as well. So pretty cool, pretty cool. So let's crack her open. Swap over to this guy. And we'll see what she's got. So this should be one runner duplicated, if I understand it correctly, which means we're going to have a bunch of leftover pieces for this set, which is really strange to me, but we'll see how it goes. Put over there. I'm sorry, Tyranids. I just covered my Tyranids in trash. Ooh. Okay. Well, they're just floating around loose in there. And we've got anything else? Oh, we got some instructions. Alright, so we got some big bases. That's a 32. That's a 40. And we have a bunch of 25s. So, 7 bases total. We have the wonderfully horrible flight stands as well. And then we have our runner. So as I mentioned, this is a duplicate. So these are the same runner. So boom, boom, just like that. So that means that we are going to have a lot of duplicate pieces on this runner. Specifically, well here, let's take a look at one of them. Okay, so this whole body assembly for the Squiddo, that's all going to be duplicate. That's because that's repeated on one runner. So since we have 2 and we're not getting 2 squids, we're going to have duplicate there. We're kind of an extra katana if we want An extra set of claws if we want. This is the hood for the big snake guy. There's the claws, by the way. This is the hood. I think this is the hood for the big snake guy. If that's the case, we'll have an extra one of those as well. Have an extra one of these pieces. Let's see. There should be an extra, like, robot snake thing in here mixed in, too. As well as just some extra dude pieces. Where's the... There. So there's one robot snake. Ah, there it is. There's the second extra robot snake, who's just going to be extra in the runner. No, it's not necessarily true. This runner technically gives you the option to build... Here's the guy with the hood. To build the guy with the hood, or to build like the toddler. So I guess you could just choose to build two guys with the hood, but if you build them like you do in the box, you'll have a bunch of extra bits on here, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, so we've got 1 arms, 2 arms, 3 arms. Each runner's going to have that, and they'll go into the Squiddo, which is pretty sweet. Yeah. There's the thing where it's like popping out of the plates for the snake head. Yeah, that's a pretty sweet runner. I mean, it's pretty basic. Especially considering you just get duplicate of 2, which is usually how these boxes work for Necromunda. So, let's see what we got. The Nacht, ghouls, Zeitgeist, and Piscean Spectre. So, these guys clearly have a like the Matrix aesthetic, which I think could not be more apparent when there's literally a Squiddy from the Matrix in their team. So I actually wonder if we're going to be able to put all these legs and have them down and have it like sitting on it like the Squiddos do instead of it like flying. That would actually be really cool. Alright, so there's the body, the legs. He's nice and easy. Here's the guy with the pet snake there. He's got a couple little parts, but nothing crazy. There's the crazy psychic toddler. I don't know what I'm going to do with him yet. I might not build the psychic toddler. I don't know. I might build him and give him different arms or something. I think it's just the arms I don't like. I'll be honest. There's one of the assassin guys. There's the snake. These guys, to be super honest, I'm surprised, since this stuff is so Matrixy, that they didn't give them like Robo Cyber Dreads. Like, I would love there to be a head in this box that had Robo Cyber Dreads on it, just so I could like, because my guys, I painted my guys to be Matrixy, right? To be like kind of Matrix inspired. So like if they had given me a head with Robo Cyber Dreads, 100% would have used it. Like, The Matrix Returns is a fucking horrible movie, but the Spectre guys in that, holy shit. And like 12-year-old me thought they were like the coolest fucking thing. So 100% would have used it. I might actually have to break out the green stuff and give these guys Robo Cyber Dreads and make my own. But you can get a cool katana there, or you can give him these claw things. And that's that. Nice and simple, nice and easy, nothing crazy. You know, just gonna be a fun little project to add on to my gang. Alright, let's move them. We are gonna probably build these guys today. I'm just gonna push them off to the side for now, because we're gonna take a look at a bunch of fucking guns. Guns. So this is 2 upgrade weapon sprues for the Orlock gangers. They started doing these with the weapon sprues. They used to be $15 a piece. Now you get 2 for $25. I still think that's way too fucking expensive. But these are so cool, and as a kit basher, if you give me a box filled with guns, it's too cool to pass up. I just... You can't give me a box filled with guns and expect, like... I don't know. The kit basher in me is like, yes, please. I will 100% take a box filled with guns. So, there you can get to see everything you get on the back. There's a heavy flamer, a bolter, some plas pistols, some bolt pistols, a shotgun, hand flamer. This is a grenade launcher that could also be a bolter. Another hand flamer. You get a big hammer, you get a melt-a-gun, you get a wrench. Wrench, most important item in here. There's a bolt gun, another flamer, a big plasma gun, and a chainsword. And you get some more heads that pretty much just look like douchebags. Is that my mom? No, that is friends telling me horror stories about COVID. Fun. All right, Warlock weapons and upgrades. Okay. Okay, see what we got. We've got the bolter, the flamer. Those are big and chunky. There's the wrench, also big and chunky. That grenade launcher, ooh, I like that a lot. That's really cool. Same thing with that hammer. Oh, and the flamer's really good too. Really, really nice skins there. I do like that the guns holding the heavy weapons, they have like the power rig, it's like built into it. That's really cool. And also these bolt guns, they're really neat looking. They're really unique looking bolt guns. They're not like the standard, like, we just took this off a Space Marine kind of thing. The Melta is kind of cool. It's got this little lip on here on the front that's neat looking. Not a super big fan of the chainsword. That's a little boring, to be honest. Hand flamers are okay. The bolt handguns, they're also okay. Do not like the design of the shotgun. I'm not a big fan of that at all. But a lot of these things are great. The hammer's amazing. Flamer's amazing. That grenade launcher's really cool. Wrench, 10 out of 10. Best weapon on the Spro. And then the heavy weapons are phenomenal. So is that bolt gun. So, a bunch of really nice designs on here. Some of them look pretty industrial and heavy. I think that's why I like the flamer so much. Like, it looks like something you could be issued to, like, go melt, like, ice off of, I don't know, some under machinery or something. I think that's pretty rad. Same thing with the big heavy flamer. It looks the same. It looks super, super industrial. I'd actually really like to build this into like a servitor for them and make like a hauling servitor with a big flamethrower arm. These would be perfect for that if you wanted to do that. So, all right. So you do get 2 of that runner. So in case you like any of these parts enough to have 2 of them, there they are. Then we've got our instructions. Let's see. We've got some extra heads. That head's actually kind of cool. That one's really derpy. These guys are intended to look like, you know, like bikers or something. But I redid mine. And I turned them into servants of the Omnisaya. They're called Men of Iron after all. So I did a little work to turn them into the servants of the Omnisaya. Make them good, proper AdMech. Sorry, my desk is just a fucking mess right now. Ugh. So yeah, so they've got the AdMech hoods and sometimes AdMech backpacks and gear and stuff. Just to add a little bit more Omnisaya-ness to them. So I will be doing the same to the guys that are going to be getting these guns. Alright, let's see what we got. So, all standard 1 weapon things, more standard 1 weapon things. Showing you how about the shotgun, the plasma gun, the bolt gun, or the flamer. Nice thing to note here, the extra arms, the arms here on the right, they all have unique numbers, so you're never going to run into a situation where you can only build the bolt gun or the shotgun, so that's pretty sweet. And then there's the big, really cool grenade launcher. I like that weapon a lot. Alright, now let's see what we got over here. There's the big hammer. I'll definitely be using that for somebody. And then we've got some of these. The big mega heavy weapons. I think for my Orlock gang, I'm actually going to turn my leader basically into a turret. I second that. The problem with chat is I think it's like slightly behind. I think it's like behind, so I'm not 100% sure what that relates to, but I triple agree. Oh, thank you. So yeah, so I'm probably gonna turn my leader into like basically a walking turret and give him like half a power suit and one of these big guns. So either the bolter or the big auto gun that comes in the set, in the standard set. But pretty fun stuff. So yeah. All right. With that, let's build some guys. Oh, before we get building, hobby update things. I haven't been doing a ton of hobby this week because I got sucked into Path of Exile. But I've got my Repentia robots all painted up. There she is. Where's her shield? There she is there, and then she can have her magnetized shield on there, which is pretty darn cool. Let's pull it off. So they're all painted up. I need to get their bases done, and then they can join my sisters. I got 3 of them. I kept the arms so they can move, just for the fun of it. So I thought we might be able to do some fun poses with those. But they're done up in my normal sister style. And then the last one. So this one's from the basic set. I just painted that up. Oh, the basic set. The Combat Patrol, the other 2 are from the standalone box. What other hobby updates do I have? I've been working on my Malifaux guys, on and off. So there's Lord Chompy Bits, right there. He's coming along really nicely. So hopefully I'll have them done soon so I can talk my husband into playing Malifaux with me. We also opened up and built these guys on the channel. I'm still filling gaps and cleaning up nubs and stuff on them, and then I'll get them sprayed for ready for painting. And then we've got our orcs from the Kill Team set that I built on Sunday. They're all built and sprayed, and I'm starting to get some colors blocked in on them, so that's pretty sweet. And then I started so many things. I haven't finished. Oh, I guess I finished the lady robots. Besides that, I haven't finished jack shit. And then I just finished building the Krieg. The reason I wanted to talk about a little bit of hobby stuff before I started getting things is that you can actually build alternate poses for most of the Krieg because the arms fit. The only things that don't interchange are the heads, but the arms are totally interchangeable. So like this sniper who's like getting ready to take aim, that's a different body because I also wanted the demolition guy who uses the like crouchy body to hold his explosives. Same thing with this guy with the truncheon. He's a different body because I just thought this pose was more fun. Or the standing up spotter that I built here. So just a couple of slightly different poses in case you wanted ones that like the rulebook said you couldn't have. You totally can. You just got to get a little creative. Oh, also speaking of that, this is the medic head right there. That's the medic head with the big lamp on the side of it. When you build the body running, it tells you to use a different head. Clip the tube, the like nose tube, off that head, put it on the medic head, and it works fine. So there she is right there. So yeah, so that's the Krieg and a couple little kit bash stuff for them. But let's actually get what we came here to get doing. All right, let's see. That's the box. I don't need the box. We need this. We need our runner. Aww. Alright, so we have a choice of number 17 or 13 for the head. I think I'll leave the head off for now. But let's at least build the body. So we need piece 1, 2... Where are they? I know they're on here somewhere. Alright, here's piece 3. We're going to need that one. I'm going to snip this guy out. Yeah, these definitely look like cool models, and they're very they're like super matrixy, especially considering they essentially have a squiddy with them. There we go. Alright, so we're going to need those 2 pieces, and then we need 1 and 2, which are right here. Now, presumably, you don't have to give the nacht ghouls these weapons. So if you wanted a nacht ghoul in your team, presumably you could give them like a regular gun. Though I think they are like stat-wise a melee focused unit. So giving them a good melee weapon probably makes sense. There we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need 5. Where are you, number 5? Why aren't you in order like Gunpla? Ba 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 da ba ba da ba. Man, I must really be fucking blind. Where's it at? There's 7, 22, 5. There it is. They all have this like weird little like energy tank, like goo tank thing that pumps into them. And I'll fully admit, I don't know House Delaque's lore good enough to know what's supposed to be in that. But it seems kind of gross, to be honest. So I painted mine like metallic blue because it looks neat. And it reminded me a little bit of like Dark World, because that movie's got like a blue aesthetic to it. Because these guys are like Dark World and The Matrix had a baby. In retrospect, I probably should have done it in green, because then it would have a like a green aesthetic, and that would have been cool. And been a little bit more Matrixy than the blue. But oh well. Just cleaning up the nubs with my fingernails and my nippers. That's all. Making sure it'll fit together nicely. You don't want any of the nubs getting in the way of the parts connecting or nothing, you know? Lots of times when I see people talk about gaps, it's usually what it is. They missed a nub, even if they didn't realize it. Or they put glue on top of a peg, and it created a seal and locked a bunch of air inside the peg. Because if that happens, then it's almost impossible to push the pegs together because the air is in the way. If you have like push fit miniatures that aren't like pieces like this. Alright. A little bit of glue. There we go. Okay. And then we've got some more glue here. More glue here. I'm gonna put those together too. Nice and easy. Got some. Yeah, I'll have to hit those nubs a little bit more. Got some cool walk-in action there. It's got some real stride in the step, which is nice. We'll put the body together. Just like that. And you know, he's a little bit bent over. What Does that not want to... Oh, that's why it doesn't want to fit. Because there's a nub. Speak of the devil, right? There we go. Then we'll put some glue here. Just to make our life a little bit easier. And then... Boom. Now she fits. Nice and easy. There we go. Yeah. Nice and easy. Alright. He just goes on a regular base. So let's go ahead and put him on a base. We'll say we'll put him on this one. So that way he can dry. And then once he's dry, we will go ahead and we will put... We will put all his like arms and little bits and stuff on. So that way we don't disturb the base of the mini. That's probably the best idea. So we'll put him off to the side. We'll put his little goo pouch off to the side too. And then we'll put his arms and all those bits and stuff on when he's more dry. Alright, so let's see. We need a big old dick snake. There we go. But yeah, these guys are going to be fun. I mean, anything that can add like variety to a team is really nice. So I'm a big fan of these like variant boxes and packs and stuff. I think they're really cool. Because the necromunda stuff's actually like pretty good value for like what you get. But the problem usually is that these like add-on boxes are usually not that value. At least not the same way like just a standard team of dudes is. Because like for the same price as this box, you could get 10 guys with like a shit ton of weapon options and all this stuff. You know, but that's not real. Like these boxes aren't the value, right? They aren't the team. Like these boxes usually can't make like their own team by themselves. You just go in like that, or is he going a different way? It goes in like that. Okay. Well, I guess I could really put him in any way I wanted. I think it looks better like that. Let's do that. You know, they aren't that intended value. It's pretty cool though. And he's like popping out the ground, like presumably he has like a flamethrower or something in his mouth. That's what it looks like. Maybe like an acid sprayer or something. You know, they're just intended to give you like weird little add-ons that are fun to your teams. Alright, let's see. Do we want to build the toddler? No, I don't know yet. Maybe we'll build the toddler. We'll see. I definitely want this guy with the snake hood because he's really cool. So let's build him first. Alright. So, let's see. We need 18, 35, 37. Okay, here's 37. But yeah, like they all add some like special thing to the team. Like you get, you know, chainsaws and flamethrowers with the Caldor one, or you get like big smashy brutes with the Goliath one, or you get like cats with the ladies one. What the fuck are the ladies called? I cannot remember what the ladies are called. That game is Doom Music Game. What game? I'm trying to think. What game would I talk about? Just Necromunda in general? Because, yeah, 100%. Like, Necromunda is amazing for that. Like, just the atmosphere of the game is super cool. Like, the idea that you're, like, all these, like, kind of scrambling, like shitheads in this, like, huge dying like cyber architecture. Like everything is old and everything is terrible. You know, and you have all these people scrambling to make their lives not terrible. I love it. That whole concept is a lot of fun. And I think it lends a lot of character to the game itself when you play it. And it makes for more like cool like cinematic moments. That's why I really play a lot of like war games and stuff. Plus they give me a reason to play with my toys, which is always fun. Because when I put 20 hours into painting a model, I want to do something with it besides just put it on the shelf, you know? That's one of the benefits of wargaming over like Gunpla or action figure collecting or building Legos or any of the things I used to do. Sneezy. You know, that's why one of the reasons it's really taken over as my main hobby is because, like, you know, I can put all this time into making something amazing and then I can go do something with it. You know, whereas you can't really do that with a lot of other hobbies. There we go. So, tomorrow I will be finally streaming Warcry using our good friends, the Cruel Boys. Last week got derailed because I talked myself into buying the Kill Team box because my store had some still, so I went and did that instead. So we did that unboxing on Sunday instead. It's also why my stream was a little bit later than normal. How the hell does that go? I don't know how that goes. All right, we're gonna hold off putting that on. I'm gonna put the other pieces on, and then maybe it'll make more sense. But yeah, that's why we were a little bit later than normal. Thank you, by the way, for gazoon-tighting me. But yeah, this week we are gonna be playing some Warcry, breaking out the Cruel Boys versus I'm not sure what faction yet. Might have them fight Skaven and might have them fight Nurgle. Maybe I'll break out some dwarves or something. I don't want to play the two new factions against each other. Just because, like, you know, when you play by yourself, one of the factions usually... See, that fits so much nicer now it has the front on it. One of the factions usually becomes, like, automated, right? Like, kind of, you know, you use the logic for them. So you don't really get to show them off. So I don't really want to have the Cruel Boys fight the Sparkly Boys. What the fuck are they called? The Sigmar guys, the Sigmarines, the Stormcast. I don't really want to have them fight the Stormcast because of that. But we'll do another match with the Stormcast once my Stormcast are all painted. Oh, that's weird how that fits. Right, that's a thing we're going to have to seal from the back. Because I messed that up. There we go. Just like that. And then she'll seal herself in. There we go. Alright. And then he gets this really cool, like, big Cobra Hood. That's super cool. I dig that. It's like, what do you do for a living in the Underhive? I'm a robot cobra. I hope that's exactly what he sounds like too. Alright, let's see. This is his backpack. Goes some way. Does the nipple go up or down? Nipple goes up. Alright, so that's how his backpack goes. Alright, and we'll put his arms and all on after he dries a little on his base. There he goes, just like that. There we go. He'll get his arms and stuff in a minute. After he dries a little. But yeah, he's pretty cool. I dig that big, like, robot Cobra Hood. I think that's super, super cool. I think I might also, because I spray these guys black, I might actually not paint the face inside there and just have it be like this black hole. I think that might actually look really cool. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. Alright, we'll put him off to the side too with his other buddy. And we'll keep going. We will keep on keeping on. Alright, next up, we are going to build our Piscean Spectre. Which is basically like a robot squid with a mound of brain on it. So, that's always fun, you know? And then we're going to try to actually, we're going to look at reposing this maybe. Maybe get it to sit on its tentacles versus be like flying. They did fly in the Matrix too. I like the idea of it sitting on the tentacles. Doing the lines, color within the lines. Go. And he's just 2 pieces. So I'm gonna be super honest. If you diced this up a little bit, it would make an amazing head for an ambot. Like if you cut it like right there and just did that front piece there with all the eyes, it would make an awesome ambot head. And you're going to have an extra one of these, just throwing it out there, that you're going to have an extra one of these on the runner in case you wanted to look into that. Make it a cool, really cool like ambot conversion out of this. You totally could. Alright, let's see. He gets piece number 16, which is this guy. Yeah, it's 47. And he's going to get one of these from each runner. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to just do one for now. And then he's going to get 9 and 8. What are steps 9 and 8? Oh, there they are. 30 and 32. Okay. So if we wanted to build the child, we could, we would use these pieces alternately, I guess. Or I guess we could give this guy 6 legs if we didn't want to build the kid. And then 8. And let's see, we've got 33, 31. They're like claw pieces. And we're going to have 46, which is going to be the other claw. There we go. The neat thing is these claws, while they're reminiscent of the ones that the guys, the nacht ghouls could have, they're not the same. So you don't have to worry about choosing to use the claws, not having enough claws for your robot. There we go. Alright, sweet. Okay. So let's put some feet on these. And we'll see about putting them on. Alright, so that just goes on just like that. Yeah, nice and easy. Alright, let's clean it up. We got a couple little nubs floating around on it. We got another one here. And then boop. Just like that. Alright, we'll set that off to the side. Then we've got 2 of these. What side does this one have? This one goes over here, I guess? Yeah, that works. And in truth, I guess what claw you put on it doesn't really matter. They're pretty similar. I mean, I could have followed the instructions and put the exact one on, but when the hell do I do that? Jesus. But yeah, that works pretty well. Alright, so let's take a look at it and see if we can figure out a way to mess with the legs a little. Okay. Wah. And that goes in there. Just like that. No pegs or anything. I mean, we could just do that. And that kind of looks crappy, though, to be honest. And where do these connect at? These connect up here, I guess? Let's connect up there. So, I mean, I guess you could do like that and have it just standing up on the tentacles, but it looks like crap, to be honest. So you could have it like that on the tentacles. Sorry, that's probably not reading very well. This tentacle doesn't curve far enough in, so getting it to like stand on the tentacle, I don't think is gonna work. I think it's just gonna have to be like flying out behind it. And then this one will go on this side, I guess. Yeah, because there's a little nub, so it'll go. That little nub doesn't really matter. Alright, so let's make the other tentacle for it. And then... which one of these is the longest? That one? Yeah, that one's longest. Oh, let's get the other tentacle out. Yeah, definitely weird how much duplicate's going to be in this runner, because like that's like there's a lot on here. Alright, so you know, I guess we actually have a duplicate of this, of that, like, hold on, sorry, words are escaping me all of a sudden. I don't know why. My brain is just being really dumb. This piece, I wonder if we could attach him to that instead of using the flight runner. I bet you we could. I bet you we could attach him to this instead. So if we put this like on there, right? I bet you we could have him like this and then touching that with his tentacles. Bet you that would work. Alright. So how do we start doing tentacles, right? Well, we need to get one of these to connect. So we're going to go... That's weird. That like locked in there. Oh, is it actually because it's a square peg? Oh, it is. I didn't even realize. There's actually things on the peg. Did not realize. Okay. What about this other side then? The other side doesn't matter. Alright, so if I did that, right? And I put his thing right here. That one's going a little high. If I did that, I could totally do that. I could totally be like, and then I could get rid of the flight stand. Yeah, we're 100% we're doing that. 100%. That's decided. Goodbye, flight stand. Nobody likes you. Please stop showing up in miniatures. Thanks. Sincerely, everybody ever. Trying to find a good spot for it, because I kind of want it like in the middle. Alright, there we go. There we go. It's a point of a lot of contact there. Alright. And now what we're going to do, alright, so we're not going to glue these on yet. They're going to go off to the side. We're not going to glue this on yet. That's going to go off to the side. So if we glue everything on right now, it's just going to kind of get all weird and droopy. So we're going to glue one on. Yeah, we're going to glue one on so we can attach it. So maybe like, no, we actually really want to attach it with that side. Alright, that's fine, we can do that. Because then he's like more center on the thing. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. So what we're going to do, we're going to do this. We're going to glue that all up. We're going to stick this guy on it, just like that. Okay? And then we're going to say, okay, if we want him to attach like that, that's perfect, right? But we can't leave that weight on there because that's what's going to happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, that's how we want that right there. And then we're going to take it, all right? We're going to take this guy. We're just going to go, probably can't see this as I'm doing it off camera. We're just going to put him on his side, just like that. And let him sit, let him dry, let him get firm. And then, shit. Why do you keep wanting to? It keeps wanting to go like that. I don't know why. But we're going to let him sit and get firm and get dry, just like that. Alright, we're just going to let him do that. Off to the side, over here, and let him be. And then when he's nice and firm, we'll grab him again and put him on the base, and then put all his tentacles on him. Alright, now let's get some weapons out here. Let's see what we got. We got some weapons somewhere. No, we're not doing the toddler. We're doing the nacht ghoul with the sword. So, boom, boom. And then we need piece number 16 and piece number 15. So really cool cyber katana here. And then, where's the other one that we need? There it is. Just like that. Where does this attach? Oh, it goes all the way up to like here, I guess. Usually just sits on the, usually these are like pretty static where they connect at. Yeah, and all the other guys, these have like a specific point where they like clip in, and they're like where they like fit into the folds of the jackets and stuff. This guy's doesn't. I guess it's supposed to. Guess it's supposed to do that. I guess. So, put some glue on it. Then I guess we just put it like that. I guess. Yeah, it seems to work. Yeah. Alright, job done there, I guess. Alright. Now, that nub that's in there is going to get in the way, so we need to clip that out. Come on. There we go. That'll help a lot. And then my own camera for this is a little weird. Yeah, I should have dry fit this piece before I tried putting it in there. That's me messing up. That's not the model being weird. That's me screwing up. I should have dry fitted it, but I didn't. But yeah, man. Necromunda's a really fun game. Just, it has a really nice sense of personality to it. Honestly, like, I kind of wish the rules were like super simple, like board game level simple, like you could play it with little kids level simple. Because then like there would be nothing to sort of like get in the way of the narrative, right? Like I know it's known as being a little bit of a crunchier game and having those kinds of rules, but like if it was more of like a story kind of game, that would be awesome. I think it would really, really, really help sell the narrative. Oh, it's actually supposed to be like up like this. Yeah, the arms do not fit super well. They don't have like super nice defined spaces for them. I kind of like it down like that instead. I think that makes more sense. Right? Like pose wise, I think that makes way more sense. So we'll do this. We'll do that. Oh, shit. No, there's a gap. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I like that. That might get in the way though, so we'll pull it out a little bit more. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I don't think that's his 100% pose he's supposed to be in, but I think it looks cooler than the line art right there, where he's like up in the air. I think it's much more like samurai-y with him looking down the sword like that. I think that's pretty sweet. So we'll let that dry, and we will build our friend, the snake guy. Where's he at? There it is. Alright, snake guy. Snake guy. Right here. Let's see. We get number 40 and number 38. We're going to need the snakes, so I'll clip that out. We know we're going to need that because he's like holding it. Thank you. There's number 40 right there. We know we need that. Then we need the snake's like end of his tail. There it is. Right there. Everything has the same like claw aesthetic, so it's very easy to like get lost in the pieces. Alright. And then what's the other arm? 41. Let's grab that as well while we're out. That's 21. 15, 41. There it is. So we can hold on to his big snake. Snake, snake, snake. Alright. This arm's a little weird and deformed. That's because it's got like the tail that wraps around it. But let's... guess that just goes in like that. Right. There's that, and then here's this, I guess. The fuck does this work? Oh, okay, like that, right? That's probably really impossible to see on camera because that's really tiny and fiddly. Alright. Well, we figured it out at least. So there is an end of the snake like in the hand, and then the tail has an end. And if you just put those together, it makes sense how it connects around the arm. Otherwise, it is really weird. So, there we go. And that's going to go in here like that. We're going to do these when they're wet, because we're probably going to have to wiggle this around a little bit so that he's like supporting it with his arms and stuff. Because if we try to do this in one piece, let that dry, and then it's probably not going to work, because there's not really strong defined places for the arms, it doesn't seem like, on these models. Alright, so we want a little bit of glue on his palm and a little bit of there. And then we want to connect this to that, and then put... Ooh, God, that's going to be a fucking mess. Getting that to hold is going to be basically impossible. Huh, okay. Well, this guy's fiddly as hell. It's a very fiddly snake man. Goes, and then that goes there, and then like that. Maybe? No, like that. There it goes. We need to move this down so the snake is like, yeah, like that. Okay. There he is. There he is, holding his big snake and showing it off to the world. Showing off his big snake. Or her big snake, I don't know. Put a little dot of glue there on the snake so we can attach it to the hand. Some kind of official attachment point. There we go. Yeah, that's a really cool mini. But man, he was fiddly to get together. I had to really like get up in there to do that. That was fiddly as hell. Alright. Nice. Alright, let's check our Piscean Spectre. Alright, that's holding pretty good. So let's go ahead and let's... So I'm probably going to call it, but I want to get this guy up and running first. So that leg is connecting. So we're good there. So we'll go ahead and we'll get some more legs on him. Alright, we'll put all the legs on this side that we can. So that when we connect him up, he will look pretty good. There we go. We'll put this one a little bit higher so we can give him the like illusion of swimming through the air. And then this side gets this leg. Side gets that leg like that. God, this thing's actually, you know, when I first saw this thing, I was like, oh, that's so stupid. But it really grew on me. And man, it's going to be really cool. Really, really cool. No, 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 no. Stay up. No, don't stop. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, so that's... There we go. And then he's going to go on like that. That's going to be perfect. I should probably actually pin this guy if I'm going to do this, to be honest. Like drill a hole into the leg here and pin it in. That's what I really should do. Alright, fuck it, we'll do it. Do I want to pin it? I don't know. I think he'll probably be okay. There's a big contact point there. I mean, pinning it would just make it super mega secure. Let me see if I have my pinning stuff out. If I do, we'll pin it. Big old belly. Pinning stuff. So, for people that aren't familiar, pinning is basically the idea of using a piece of metal like this, or like a paper clip or something like that, to give some kind of stronger connection between two pieces. So this way it doesn't wiggle or it doesn't fall. It has some point besides just, you know, a little bit of glue or something. It's mainly a thing people used to do with metal miniatures because they were heavier, but sometimes it works really well for things like this, because it helps give you, I'm sorry, I'm not even on the camera, it helps give you a little bit of strength when you normally wouldn't. So since we're doing a custom pose for this, we'll go ahead and pin it. So what I did there is I started the hole with the knife, and then I am now drilling into it with a pin vise. Doesn't need to be extremely deep, but we want just some kind of hole so we can get some metal into it. There we go. Now I'm going to clip off a piece of that with these here, just like that. And I'm going to see if that is the right size. It's a little bit too big, to be honest. It's a little bit too big of a hole. We'll see if I have a smaller one for when I drill into the tentacle. I have one that's like identical size, but I don't know which one it is. Maybe it's this one? Maybe it is this one. Because that's a little bit too big, so it's going to wiggle in there a little bit, unfortunately. But there we go. Yeah, see, it's going to wiggle a little bit. We don't really want that. Let's see about drilling down into it with the deeper one. Maybe we can get a little bit firmer connection further in, kind of thing. Pull it up. Let's see. Maybe a little bit firmer connection further in. Yeah, see how that firmed up now? That's because it's in the smaller hole at the bottom and lower end. Right, we're going to press it down. Get it nice and tight. Yeah, it's not wiggling at all now. Bend it out like that. There we go. Alright, so now we have a peg to put our little squiddy friend on. So we want it to connect up at this joint right here. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to start a little hole. We're going to make an indentation, something for the drill bit to start getting a tooth onto, because that way it's not going to slide around, right? That's what we really want to avoid. We don't want to you don't want to have the drill bit slipping and sliding, right? So I have something that will give me a place to start, which is all I really want. Because after that, the drill bit's just going to go in straight. After it's got that tooth, it can't go any other way. It's just going to go straight in. And if we try to turn it to the side, all it's doing is just going to make the hole bigger. It's not ever going to like like go beep 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 and bend. It's not how drill bits work. So there we go. Just gonna make sure that hole nice and clean. Nobody wants a dirty hole. There we go. All right, that is gonna go in like into the leg. I might end up knocking the other legs off here, or knocking this piece off the base. If I do, I'll reattach it. But that's gonna go just in like that, just like that. And there we go. Now he'll have a cool, like, swimming through the underhive pose, right? We'll put him like that. It'll be super rad. Or do we want him more like that? Oh, we want him like that. We'll put him like that. We'll put a little bit of glue down there. We could glue him to the metal if we wanted, but he's already on there, so I'm not going to worry about it. All right, and then we will reattach this because I broke it. So we'll get some glue down there as well, just because I broke that. Because I'm a dummy. I was just messing with it too much. Oops, shit. There we go. Give that a minute or two to set. The problem with reapplying glue to something you already glued is that it will reactivate the glue. So if you broke it like I did there, it's going to reactivate it and basically start brand new and fresh, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, and it's going to result in things like that. So give me a sec while I get that working again. I mean, you could technically pin this piece to the base if you really wanted, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. I just really wanted to pin the guy to the piece because I didn't think the points of contact would be strong enough. Especially given like his shape, because he's shaped like a big dong. So like he would have been constantly falling over. It would have been a nightmare to glue without pinning him. So there we go. Let's put his last arm on. Shit. I thought that was ready to go. Give it a sec. Boop, 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 boop. Good enough? Good enough. Maybe? I don't know. There we go. Alright, there he is. There he is, without his flight stand, using an extra bit from the box. Nothing else outside the box. Oh man, come on, stop. Just hold still, you motherfucker. Thank you. You sons of a bitch. But yeah, there he is. Oh, in the lake. Man. Sorry, this is all side effect of camera, not the model. It's just like I'm rushing to do stuff because I'm streaming. Otherwise, normally I would be like, okay, it's time to glue one leg on, and then he gets set to the side for 15 minutes. It's time to glue one leg on, and then he gets set to the side for 15 minutes. But doing it on camera is a little bit different. I'm trying to be a little bit faster than that, because that's not very entertaining, right? It probably drove people nuts that I put some pieces on, and then like stopped working on that model. Some people were like, probably get fucking triggered as shit over that, so didn't want to do it with like 40 times with this guy. But yeah, there he is. There he is. All ready to show off. Ready to swim his way around the underhive like a big ol' giant evil squid. But yeah. So that is the Spectre. There's the nacht ghoul without his head, because I'm going to give him cyber dreads. Here's the guy showing off his big meaty snake. And then we have the glory hole snake as well. So, pretty sweet. So, as I mentioned earlier, there's going to be lots of leftover pieces. So, if you just build what is here right now, this is the leftovers you get. You'll get all the leftovers for the guy with the claws, and you'll get all the leftovers for the children. And if you choose to build those models, you'll get leftovers as well for a set of katanas, and it's set with the hood, and you'll get the leftover for the Piscean Spectre body, which is pretty cool. You also get a leftover for the snake, so maybe I'll put like 2 snakes come out the next glory hole or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's the guys. They're pretty sweet. Sorry, the base is not dried yet, so it's tilting. My like Piscean Spectre over here be fucking nodding, you know. What's like? All right, come here. We're gonna set you up just off camera, leaning on a pot of paint so you don't fall over. All right. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call it there, and we'll end on this guy and his big snake. And hopefully this was fun. I will probably mess around with this off camera because I don't know 100% what I want to do yet with my guys. But I'll post photos up on Instagram. And any fun observations I see. And tomorrow we'll be back playing Warcry with the Cruel Boys. We'll be playing Warcry with the Cruel Boys. And that is it for me. So hopefully you had fun, and hopefully this was entertaining. And I'll be back tomorrow. And I will see you then. So keep on keeping.